Hey, it's the Friendly Face from Orange Park, Florida. Jeff Knudsen here with the Red Sea Max setup. It's day 8. And yesterday we talked a little bit about how things were going with my anemone and a couple other things with some new fish that I put in the tank. Well, unfortunately, I put those fish in there 2 days ago, and last night after the video, I noticed that my purple Tang has white spots on it, which means pretty much only one thing: saltwater ick, which is not the same as freshwater ick, but it's not good. So there are a number of ways to treat ick, none of them foolproof, none of them 100%. The unfortunate thing about ick in any tank, salt or freshwater, is it can take out the whole tank, and it's not easy to treat. It's not easy to cure, and my understanding is that there's probably ick in most tanks that the fish's immune system just is able to stave it off, and then it doesn't flare up and eventually goes away. But I brought home the 2 tangs, put them in the tank, dripped them in. Most good aquarists have a quarantine tank that they'll put these new fish in for at least a week, 2, sometimes more, depending on the fish. Tangs are notorious for ick. It didn't take long for it to show up on the purple. It has not shown up on the Red Sea Tang, but I'm going to show you what I'm doing. There are a number of treatments. I'm going to talk about 2 or 3 of them and how I'm going to hopefully take care of this issue in this tank in particular. So I'm going to flip the camera around like usual, and I'll be right back at it. Alright, so there's the tank. As you can see, the brown is still there, brown algae. It will go away. I have not cleaned the side of the tank yet today. It takes about 2 seconds with either a brush or the handy dandy little magnetic algae removers. But I wanted to show you how it looks once the algae bloom comes out for the day, and most of the time you've seen the tank with the sides cleaned up. Anyway, the purple Tang there he is, and I don't think I'm going to probably be able to get close enough for you to see the actual ick. Probably not. In fact, I can't see it from where I'm at, even not looking through the camera. There's his friend, the Red Sea Sailfin Tang. My friends, the true percolo clowns, and there are the black clowns. Now, what we're going to do today is a couple of things. Number one, I did want to show you what an anemone. If you looked at yesterday's video, he was out all the way, and you can see he retracts, and eventually today he'll come back out all the way like he was in the last video. Also, my Sebia anemone that I have been bragging about has decided to make a little move. You may remember he was sitting much further right on this rock. When he was in the old tank, he was stuck to about, or not stuck, but pushed up against about 3 different rocks, and he has spread himself way out and has now draped himself over the top of the rock that I had him on, and is snuggled up against a rock hanging down from the reef wall, which I hope does not come tumbling down, because that would not be a good thing, and that rock is just kind of sitting there wedged in the reef. But anyway, back to the problem at hand. We have a hopefully small outbreak of saltwater ick, which is not in any way, shape, or form actually related to the freshwater, more common ick that you see tearing up your fish in a freshwater tank, but it is a parasitic infestation nonetheless. It is at this point just limited to the one Tang, the purple Tang, and we are going to go after it the natural way, which is to have natural predators of parasites fight the parasites. By that I mean I have purchased a cleaner wrasse, which is right there, and a couple of cleaner shrimp, and they are right there. As you can see, I've got my drip lines going, and people that are watching this that aren't into the hobby are probably going, you got to be kidding me. But anyway, that's what you do when you get stuff ready to go. There he is again, and like I said, he does not look too terribly torn up yet, and we're going to hope to keep it that way. But what's going to happen is I'm going to introduce the wrasse and the two cleaner shrimp. The wrasse will harass all of the fish in the tank, hopefully finding him with the most parasites, and will nip at him, not intending any harm, but only to take the parasites off him. So you will see him chasing the purple Tang around, and eventually the Tang will realize that, hey, this guy's helping me out, and will let him eat off of him, as well as will the cleaner shrimp. And the cleaner shrimp, I have heard of, will even set up a cleaning station, and the fish will actually pull up next to them and let the cleaner shrimp actually pick the parasites off of them. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Now, the other option was to invest in a tank to quarantine the Tang in. Now, a couple of problems with that. As you can see, let me go back over here, sorry. There's a reef there. As you can see, there is no Tang. If I was to go try to grab the Tang out of that tank, he would probably hide behind the reef, and the only way to really get him out is to dismantle the reef, which is really not the way I want to go. The other option, as I said, would be to get a quarantine tank, dismantle the reef, put him in some salt water in the quarantine tank, and then there's a couple of things that you can do. You can raise the temperature in this quarantine tank a couple, 2 or 3 degrees higher than what it is in the big tank, and treat him with any number of ick cures or quick cures. AP makes a good one called, I've got a little bit of it in case I have to go to a backup plan, called Quick Cure. That is like a copper-based or an antibiotic-based treatment. Excuse me. And you can also dip them for 3 to 5 minutes in fresh water, and the change in the salinity is thought to cause the parasites to fall off the fish and die, and therefore killing the disease as well. The unfortunate part with all these possible cures is there is no absolutes. So I'm going about it the safest and the most natural way, and we're going to see what happens. I can also treat the tank with any number of products. This one's called Ick Attack, and there are any number that you can buy online. At this moment, I'm not going to put any chemicals in the tank. I am simply going to let the cleaner shrimp and the cleaner wrasse go after the parasites and hopefully keep them from spreading, and clean the infected fish as well. There is another method, also using a tank to quarantine the fish, and that is to continually raise the temperature and drop the salinity down to about 1.05, which in the Red Sea Max is at 1.025 to 1.026. So those are both possibilities. This video is getting a little long. I'm running off at the mouth again. So we're going to swing back over here, finish dripping in the cleaner shrimp, the cleaner wrasse, and we'll drop them in there and let you see what it looks like and see how long it takes for them to start doing their diligent duty. Be back with you soon. Okay, so the wrasse has already figured out his duties, and the purple Tang is obviously allowing him to do the job. So it's pretty cool watching what nature can do. I'd like to get in a little closer, but every time I do, I scare the Tang back into the reef. So you can kind of get the feel for what's going on. Again, I don't hope that the ick is not too terrible, and that the wrasse and the cleaner shrimp can keep things cleaned up. There is a cleaner shrimp hiding in the backside of the reef as well, so perhaps he's getting a cleaning from the wrasse on the front and a cleaning from the cleaner shrimp on the back. I don't know, but obviously the cleaner shrimp or the cleaner wrasse is doing his job. So we're going to call it a night. Hope you enjoyed this part of the Yuck story, and we'll keep an eye on it and let you know how it goes.